Alrighty guys, I'm not gonna lie, this one seems really tough, and it's not worth a lot of money, so it kind of confuses me. It takes a village, survived around 60 on Apocalypse mode, with just the Boomerang Bomb and Ice Tower, as well as the Monkey Village. Road spikes and pineapples are available, which we will not be using, because that will be just a bad thing to use. We'll just be wasting all of our money. We don't want that. Now the good news is we do... Ooh, I think we start off the... Look at that, we get a Bloomsday device, don't we? Alright. Plus, I'm not sure, but it looks like we start off with $4,000 on round 1? Oh, come on, stupid village. Don't fit in here? Yeah, it does. There we go. Honestly, I have no idea what round this is. So we're going to do this. We're going to go like that. I'm really hoping to fit my boomerang over here. I think it does. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so things are not that bad. So it does start on round 1. Very interesting. So on that note, I don't think it's going to be that bad. $4,000 on round 1, that makes it just so much easier. Now the good thing is we don't even really have to pay attention for the first like 15-ish rounds. We just talk about whatever the heck we want to talk about. As you can see, things are just plain easy. Let's talk about the strategy first of all. First of all, what are we planning on doing? Definitely one of my main goals is to try and get a 3rd tier monkey village. But we can't do that right away. Obviously, we're going to have to get a radar scanner fairly early because we don't have any cam detection. That's why it says the village is needed. You need to get that radar scanner going. They might have even expected you to start off with a radar scanner. I don't know why anybody would do that in their right mind. But hey, it's a possibility if you really wanted to. You'd probably lose on the first round, though, because I don't think you have any pop power after that money is spent. Pretty much... No, you might not even be able to afford it. I don't think you can. What do you get, 1,600, 2,500? No, I don't think you can afford it. No way. Alright, so what I really wanted to talk about today is a little bit having to do with my experience in the Chicagos. The windy city. So anybody, as you guys probably know, hopefully, maybe, sort of a little bit, I live in Illinois. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. I live fairly close to Chicago. I've the closest experience I've ever had to somebody actually like recognizing me or finding me was somebody recently posted on one of my videos saying, "Hey Chris, I saw you near the mall. I was wondering, what was it you?" And I was like, dude, that might have been me. Like, he saw me driving. Like, that's pretty crazy, because what are the chances? Just straight up, what are the chances? I have no idea what the chances of that are, but they gotta be reasonably slim, right? You would think so. But no, I mean, that guy said he saw me, and honestly, I believe him. Because he told me the area that it was, and the timing was pretty much right. So yes, I think I have been spotted by a fan, though that is extremely weird that you saw me while in the car. But that's not even what I want to talk about. So yes, I live near Chicago. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. No, I will not be telling you exactly where I live. I will not be telling you my address. I don't want stalkers. Too many stalkers in the world. And, you know what? I think I am going to go for it. We're going to go for... Excuse me, I'm a little bit tired. For the radar scanner. I hope this guy can pop all these balloons up until, we really need to get something else. I don't know, maybe I will go for a quick ice tower or something. I don't think the cannon's going to be too efficient for us. Will it? Oh my goodness, yeah, these balloons are going crazy. I think we have to get a cannon. Or a 3-0 boomerang. I really can't decide. I'm going to get a cannon. Though if you guys realize, the money is just so scarce, it's kind of terrible. We're going to get a cannon right there, put it on close, and see what happens. At least if we have a little bit of extra popping power, the cannon just shot every once in a while. Hopefully it'll help us out until we get some camo detection in here. And then once we get the camo detection, I mean, we got another lead coming in here as well. So I had this interview type thing. It wasn't really a hardcore interview or anything. It was just a light core interview. Because yes, I am looking for a new job. I don't know if you guys knew about that or not, but yes, I am looking for a new job. And I went to this interview downtown, which is about an hour and a half ride for me because I had to take the train and everything. So I actually talked my girlfriend into going down there with me for this interview because I was like, hey, we can just go do something else downtown after the interview. because it takes longer to get there than it does to do things down there. Anyways, it was really, really cold that day. It was like 10 degrees out, so we didn't want to play around too much. So we got on the trains. Honestly, I could not survive. I would not survive alone. I think I would have died. I have no idea what I'm doing down there. I totally rely on my girlfriend to like maneuver me around. So I feel kind of like a baby when that happens. But it's true. I just can't do anything by myself when it comes to like navigation of the CTA and the Metro and stuff like that. I'm just done. I'm just straight up done. Like I don't have anything on my phone because I don't have a smartphone. I know. I don't have a smartphone. It's crazy, right? I do have a phone, as you guys probably heard the text right there. But no, I don't have a smartphone, and that means maneuvering around for me and trying to find out where I'm supposed to go and what I'm doing is just very, very difficult, to say the least. So luckily I talked her into that, and we got through with everything, and everything actually worked out. But one special thing was we actually went to this place called Wildberry Cafe. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. If you live in Chicago, you might have been there. It's like right on the lake. It's right near the Bean and all the little park area. And I really liked it. It was probably one of the most delicious places that I've been to in a while. All right, so we're gonna get one more boomerang in here, up to 2, 3. As you can tell, we need some decent popping power towers up in here. I think for the most part, we're gonna build mostly 2, 3 boomerangs up until the point at level 40 where we need to get a bunch of Moab Maulers. But with this place called Wildberry Cafe, and I know I'm never usually this specific about, you know, things that I do in my life, about which store I'm at, or which this, that, blah, blah, blah. But I felt like it was downtown, so it really doesn't matter. Whatever. I went there, and I got a cheeseburger. It was like $11, $12. I mean, it was a pretty expensive cheeseburger, but for downtown, that's really not that bad of a price. And it was one of the most delicious cheeseburgers I ever ate. And then Amanda got French toast, and it was like big, puffy, juicy French toast, and it had to be the best French toast I've ever seen. And I ate just a little tiny chunk of it, and I'm like, Amanda, I need more. But she ate it all. She ate all the rest of it. So I was like, you know, that's fine. That's totally fine that she ate all of it. But I was just a little bit surprised that she ate it. She never eats all of her meals. She usually eats about 30% of her meal. Like, she's just a small girl. She doesn't eat a lot. And come on, get that cannon in there. Fit it in there. Jam it in there. Come on, Chris, you can do it. Jam it in. Jam it. Come on. Jamming, Chris. You're not good at jamming today, Chris. I don't know what's up. Oh, come on. It should be able to get in there, right? Oh, about to give up. No, because I saw it. I saw it fit somewhere in there. I just want to find the spot. Come on. Come on. Why won't it just go? Just be nice to me. Okay, we got too much money in here, so let's make sure we spend some of it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, strong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, strong. Ooh, that was last, wasn't it? Strong. Strong. Now we have a decent chunk of popping power. We have a decent chunk of Moab popping power. And I still need to get my cannon in here because it should fit. Because it should. I don't think the Moab Maulers get any actual bigger, do they? I don't think so. But you know what? I think I am just going to give up on it. It really is. It's kind of important, but like, I feel like this is just being really, really stupid to me. And I don't feel like trying to build this cannon for the next 10 minutes and then not having it go in there. So I'm going to give it another like 10 seconds, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yes, good, nice. Finally, I have succeeded in life. I fit the cannon in the spot. Alright, so on that note, what's really going on here? I think what I'm going to do is try and put my ice tower right here and get it up to Arctic Wind. And that will be like almost unlimited balloon pop power. Actually, you know what I was thinking? Instead of going for a 3-0 monkey village, maybe a 0-3 would be better. But no, I think I am going to go for the left-sided monkey village. Obviously, it's going to get pretty hectic right around now, because this is just going to be crazy amounts of Moab-type towers. Look at that. We're actually going to... You know what? Screw it. We're doing this no lives lost, guys. We're going to do it no lives lost. Trust me on that. So there we go. We got the permafrost, deep freeze. So now we're going to be starting to have not such a hard time with the Moabs for at least a little while. But obviously this is the time when you want to start getting some money flowing. And what's the best way to get money flowing? The Monkey Village. We got to get that 3rd tier Monkey Village. Extremely expensive. 10,000 mother effing dollars to get that guy. But once we get that, we're going to be rolling in the money. Trust me. Things are going to just start getting really, really easy. But you have to keep in mind that round 40 to 50 is all Moabs, and round 50 to 60 is all BFBs. So obviously, we cannot survive with just 4 Moab Maulers. We're going to have to get some hardcore, heavy stuff going on in here. And Glaive Lords are just something that are really, really bad. So we don't want to use Glaive Lords at all. So money's coming in pretty hot. And once we get that 3rd tier Monk Village, it's not like it's going to be really, really easy for the next few seconds here. We're going to actually have a pretty hard time. We're going to have to get more Moab Maulers and everything. So we can get enough money to do stuff. And then once I get like 3 or 4 Moab Maulers, I think that's pretty much game over. Yes, sirree, Bob. I think that is game. I think we've done it. Just check out this money. It's just going to keep flowing in like crazy. Because obviously the Moab Maulers are the best Moab pop power you can get. And the only thing that's going to be even somewhat problematic for us is obviously the Moabs. Or BFBs. So I'm not going to be using any Glaive Lords because I've tested out the Glaive Lords in a previous video, in a previous random challenge where I built like... Oh no, wait. I did it on the Wattle Trees non-special mission where I actually played it on the regular mode. And it was horrific. It was horrific. I had, like, against 5 Oh My Gods, I had like 30 Glaive Lords, and they lost. I was just like, how does that even happen? That's just stupid. So, I believe these are actually all still in the range of the Monkey Village. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I think I am. So, we have so much money in here, I honestly can't even spend it all. That's how crazy this is. We'll do that, and even I can do this as well, just because it'll help out against all these weird BFBs and other things. So like I said, I'm getting more money than I can actually spend. And that is Apocalypse mode for you. I feel like it's a little bit easier on the mobile version for some reason. I don't know why. Once you get going, it just makes things really, really easy. I remember the first time that I played Apocalypse mode, I was like, this is impossible. You cannot possibly beat Impossible mode. You can't even get past round like 30. I couldn't get past round 30. And then I learned the power of the Sniper and the power of the Glue Gunner. Those two guys combined together make the most, well, not even combined, just you starting with a Sniper and then eventually moving over to a Glue Gunner or 2 Glue Gunners. It's ridiculous how amazing those two guys can be in Apocalypse. Alright, so there's the amount of Moab Maulers that I'm going to need for the day. And then with the rest of my money, which is not very much, by the way. Also, I think, I don't know if I was really supposed to use that Bloomsday device. Whatevs. So we get this energy beacon. I got so much money, guys. What am I going to do with it all? I literally can't even spend it. Actually, I can. I can spend it. Check it out. I said I wasn't going to use any Glaive Lords, but like I feel like my defense is good enough that I don't even really need to try and actually defend. Sort of. Plus, these guys are actually not that bad against balloons. They're just really, really bad against Moab-class balloons. They used to be decent. At least in the Flash version, they're pretty decent. But in this version, nope, nope, nope. Anyways, I feel like this is going to start lagging me up pretty hardcore. But it also looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Especially in, like, the weird combination I got right here. Oh, yeah, it's starting to lag already. But check it out. I mean, look at these BFBs. They're getting popped pretty much instantaneously. And then, obviously, the Arctic Wind just takes down whatever layers are left. So we got 8 more rounds to go of a kind of boring game, I guess. Did we need to start off with 4,000 cash? Something close to that. Because, honestly, boomerangs are just not going to be something that are going to work out in the early game if you don't have a pretty decent chunk of cash. I think you pretty much need to start off with the Monkey Village to make everything cheaper to make yourself be able to afford stuff in the late game. Otherwise, trying to get a monkey village and getting him up all the way up to radar scanner. By the time you get to around like 25, 28, 30, you know, right when the camo balloons start coming out. Oh man, you don't want that poop to hit the fan. Do not let the poop hit the fan, because poop hitting the fan is just not good. Back in the poop hitting fan days of 2014, oh snap! You guys should have seen it. It was just absolutely crazy. Actually, you don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that, to be honest. That just reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber, actually. Which was a okay movie. Obviously nothing like the original. And it's different than Dumb and Dumber 2, which I actually do kind of want to see. I don't know. I feel like Jim Carrey is always good. And I don't know the name of the other guy. Though he was really funny in the first one. I hope he's funny in the second one as well. I know his name, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Though I don't know very many actors' names, that's like not my thing. I never remember people's names, ever. I just have this like hole in my brain. Remembering people's names does not work. The only name that I remember in like the history of the world that I probably shouldn't know is Antoine von Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek. Hoek. It's spelled like H-O-E-K, and it's Hook. Leeuwenhoek, I believe. And I'm pretty sure he had something to do with microbiology. I don't even remember what he had to do exactly. I think he invented like the microscope or something. Like something pretty cool like that. Or it was like the father of microbiology. But that's like the only thing I remember. Why? I don't know. Like I could probably bring up some other random names. But in general, I just don't know people's names. Even when I like go to work or something, every once in a while I'll go and I'll be talking to somebody, or I'll just be like, yeah, her, like, I can't remember my coworkers' names. Like, I don't have to remember very many coworkers' names, but I just forget them. It just slips my mind. I don't know why. I'm just bad with names. Even one time I was talking about my girlfriend right when we first started dating. It was probably like 3 months after we started dating, and I didn't know her last name for a second. I was just like, Amanda. Yeah. I just couldn't remember her last name. Of course I remembered it. I'm not a complete idiot. But I'm just really, really bad with names. Like I said, there's just this hole in my brain. It's kind of like I got mad cow disease. Wink, wink. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I have a science channel talking about mad cow disease and prions and stuff. Feel free to check it out if you guys are at all interested in that crap. So there's nothing really going on right now. We're just getting bank. $200,000 right now. This is kind of a boring challenge, to be honest, especially for $50. Like, why would they make us do this? Come on, man, make it easier on us. Give us an easy challenge for $50, or at least start us from round 30 or something like that. Make us do the hard stuff. Especially because these rounds are just so freaking long. Yeah, they're just long. And the balloons aren't even getting reasonably far at all. Like, I'm not even really worried about them at all. If they ever got past my first glaive lord, this one or this one, then I'd start to be like, oh, okay, we need to probably start building some more crap, whatever we want to get. But with all these 4-2 cannons, I definitely know the balloons aren't going to get through. And with all these Moab Maulers, I mean, come on. If any regular balloons got through, I would be pretty much amazed. A Zomagad, on the other hand, maybe. The Zomagad might be able to get through. I just remembered I have road spikes. I really wish there was some sort of, not a hack or a cheat where I could just like put down like 100 sets at once or something, you know, just like have the button, like 100 sets, just $10,000 road spikes in 2 seconds. It's the huge road spike pile. It does take away from the micro action a little bit. Sometimes microing can be a huge part of the game, and if you just got to cheat by putting 1,000 sets of road spikes in the end there, yeah, it's a little bit cheaterific. Alright. I'm yawning. I know, I'm tired, I'm bored. I'm bored of this challenge. You guys are probably bored too. We get to be bored together. Not really. I hope that it's like at the start of round 60 instead of the end of round 60, but I know it's going to be the end of round 60 because that's how stupid stuff works. I also feel like if I just sold some stuff, it would create less lag, which would actually be better for me in the long run. It'd actually make things run a little bit smoother and faster. Because I'm only running this on an iPad 2. Where I could have an iPad Air 2 or an iPad Air 3. But that might change some stuff with my recording utensils because it doesn't have the big honky thingamabob anymore. So actually, I didn't even realize round 60 has Oh My Gods, and I have to kill some of them. Very interesting. So I'm just going to use some of these things really quick. Because now they're starting to get pretty darn far. And I don't like it. We're going to use them all. I'm still not super duper afraid. It's just like, that's stupid. I only got to survive for another few seconds anyways. So we got to survive. Good. 1, 2. I'll just use them every once in a while. I feel like that's the best thing to do. They're coming back really, really quickly anyways. I'm guessing it's going to end in 5, 4, 3. Yeah, 3 seconds off, but we did a pretty good job. We've completed the random mission. Thank you very much for watching, my friends, and have a super duper delicious day.